After hitting a deer on the interstate at 70 miles an hour, the deer pretty much took out the whole front of the car. Luckily for me, a lot of these things can be replaced, a lot of plastic and bumper. One thing I do need is a front bumper cover for a 2009 Subaru Forester. Now, you go online, you will see a lot of these that are folded up. They put them in a box and they send them to you. Then when you get the box, you open the box up, unwrap it, and let this bumper sort of expand and conform to its shape. This is what we're going to be buying today. We're going to put this on. We're going to see how it works out, and we'll open up the box and everything. But you can see a lot of these for about $100. I got mine for $100.39, and actually it came with free shipping. So we're going to put this on there. You can see they are already primed and everything. So this actually is pretty close to my color to the vehicle that I have now. So let's take a look at this and see what it looks like. So as you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. This piece is completely missing. There's a secondary piece that goes up here that holds the grill in. It's missing, and you can see it's pretty trash. Now I will have to cut holes in this one I got, I believe, for my fog lights, but other than that, it should be pretty easy to take off. And here it is in the box. It's about 4 feet tall. Nice, lay her down. So we get this out real quick. Oh, how cute. Got some coupons. Like steaks? Huh, well, okay. Hey, we all gotta make money somehow, right? So, I didn't know these were even there. Alright, so I might check this out later. Alright, so we can go ahead and start opening it up. So we got that. Alright, so there it is. Doesn't look too bad. I may have to... Actually, we may not even have to let it rest. I think it's ready to put on. But looky there, I got holes in my front part of it for my fog lights. And this is a piece here that is missing on mine, where my grill that I've already bought will go on here. And basically just some clips to put it back on, and we've got a sticker in here. What's it say? Just a parts number. It says made in Taiwan, and this bumper has been primed with solvent-based primer. There's your painting instructions and all that. Actually, I may just leave it the way it is. So, alright, so that looks like it should be pretty easy. So we'll go ahead and get this off here and get this one on. Alright, well, didn't take much to get all that off. Wasn't much holding it on. So there's the old one. We'll get it out of the way. I'll have to take this off here. Put that on there. Should be pretty easy to do. And there's a look at that. That's what it looks like. Should just put one big old grill in the front of it, a big old brush guard, and say heck with it. But the thing is, they won't give me an inspection sticker without the stupid beauty grill, which is really dumb. Hey, you know, that's the way it is. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and prep this, get these lights in real quick. Alright, after about 10 minutes of fiddling, I gotta take the screw out right here on the side. You got these little plastic nuts that go up here on the top. You take those out, then you take a screwdriver and you just kind of push on these tangs on the side, and this whole thing will come out. This is actually broke. I think it's okay. It's all piece in there that was broken. I'm not sure where it's from, but there's my new headlight assembly. That's basically all that is. This is just a beauty ring, and this just pops in there just like this for the two holes, and you got your screw here. So go ahead and transfer this into the new one, see how it fits. Hopefully it fits okay. And not that it matters, I just saw that right there. It tells me exactly what this is for Subaru 09. So I think you can see that there. I just happened to look down and see that. Alright, we'll go ahead and stick this in. You can kind of watch me. Some of you might appreciate this, I don't know. So that would go like that. Once I get this kind of started there, there's a clip right here that has to go on the outside right here. So you got to make sure you get that above that right there. And push on it. And we're in like Flynn. Perfect. And we take our nut. We'll go ahead and tighten that down just a little bit so it doesn't move too much. Once I figure out what I did with it, there we go. And it goes in just like that on the bottom. We'll just kind of loosely put that on there and put this on here like this. These things always get stripped, broken, so if you take one off, it's already broken, stripped. It's not your fault. Someone worked on it before you, probably did it. And we got one more. See, this one's in good shape. So a little bit of rust there. So alright, so that's in. I just wish that wasn't broke, but that'll be okay. Now we can flip it over real quick. Let's see what it looks like. Ta-da! Alright. I'll flip this around. Now we got to get this ring in here. Never know which way to go with that, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be this way versus this way. The width looks the same, so we'll go like this. And get it going there. The trick is to bend this without breaking it. I may have to flip it on the back side. Let's see. Alright, well, we'll just play with it here until we get that ring on there. I want it all the way in there. It's not quite in there. Alright, so I got it in, and it took me a few minutes to figure out how that ring went back in, because on the back side here it actually goes at 10 and 7 o'clock. Looks like it's 10 and 4 o'clock. The little tab goes up on the top. Once I get everything centered there, it went in. Even the ring on the OEM one's not all the way flush in here, the back, so this one's not perfect either. But you know, you probably want a little air and let the bugs go around it for a little bit of cooling too. That's probably why they keep it out that far. All right, so that one's done. Let's go ahead and do the other side here. Alright, so that went fairly well. And that's okay there. The other one, this actually fit. I think this material is a lot thicker. All we gotta do now is put the ring on the front of it. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and get this bulb back in here so we don't have to mess with it when it's back in the... You never know which way these things go. That looks like the right way. Nope. Try the other way. Alright, well maybe that's the way it goes. Alright, so on this side I got the beauty ring on. It went on nice and flush. So maybe there's something going on the other side. I'll have to fiddle around with it. But this one's nice. It looks like it's on. And it's starting to look like a Subaru again, especially the front of it. So I'll adjust that, then we'll start putting this back on. Alright, after some adjustments, I actually got that ring back in there. I had to take this light back out, and you can actually slide this bolt back and forth a little bit. It made a difference. One thing I noticed on this side, you notice how this light, when you put the light in, it goes all the way up there and holds that really well in that tang. Well, this side is not. I'm going to have to take this one back out, take these 3 little screws, turn this ring a little bit, so this tang, see that? It's not fully all the way in there like it should be. But other than that, yeah, let me just flip it over here and you can see how flush that looks there. And the one I had trouble with, this one here is looking much better. Get the ring pushed back in there. There we go. So, yeah, just a little bit of tinkering. So I'm going to go ahead and change that piece around there real quick. Alright, so I moved this ring around, and now when I put this light in, it should turn a lot farther. And there we go. So, alright, let's put this back in. Alright, so after about an hour of finagling, we got it all back together. And now, all we gotta do is put it back on. It's gonna look a lot better, I think. And as we're about ready to put this on, one thing I did go ahead and do, I fixed this here. This foam piece is supposed to be on here. This actually got broken a couple pieces here in places, but I used some aluminum wire and got it back in there, and I just got tape kind of holding that on there because that just stays on there, and if you let go of it, it'll fall off, but that'll keep it secure while I put this bumper back on the car. I almost forgot, before we put the bumper on, we got to put the grill in here, so we got to bolt that in, and there's what it looks like. The used one I got, well, it's a reman. It's pretty good, not 100%. Got that tiny gap there, and tiny gap there. Maybe that'll straighten out, but what I had to do on this side, I had to hunt up a bunch of screws, because you got one here, one there, one there, one there. You got one here, and you got these little clips. When you push this in, this will hold that grill in. But there's a piece in here that you would have thought they would have cut a slot in. It just would have come through, but it's, you can see the little, how it kind of bows down a little bit. But my other one, I don't know, that piece is missing because the deer, you know, took it with it. But in the front, it's pretty smooth across there, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But it's in, so now we can go ahead and finally get this thing on. Well, this 1 hour job turned into a 3 hour job. That's just the way it goes when you work on vehicles, but we got it on. Looks really good. I'll eventually get some new headlights and put out, because they do have some cracks, and one of them is safety wired in on one of the bolts that got broke off, but you can see the lines are pretty good. I noticed right here this has got a little bit of a dent in it. Must have been during shipping, but I think it's going to be okay. I just ran out of there's little connectors, push button connectors. I ran out of those. I need to buy some more, but I got enough in there for now to at least get it inspected. But it does look pretty good. I'm happy with it, and I did work on the engine a little bit. Got it running really, really, really smooth. Look at that. You can barely feel it running. So, not bad for over 200,000 miles. Alright guys, so that's it for the video. Hope you liked it. If you're going to do this bumper, it's not too bad of a job. Just have some patience, lots of drinks, and a little bit of shade if you're going to do it in the summertime. Until my next video, see you later.